Hello guys, welcome back to our channel. We have a two-in-one news to render, and it's actually based on what is going on right now. A lot of things are going on and it's getting out of hand. The Senate have decided to push the government to do the needful, and they are actually working on it right now. And the presidency also have responded over the issue of what is going on in Niger State, and a prominent politician has promised to lead a massive protest. My God, Nigeria is in it, really. But before we go into the news proper for the analysis, we'd like you to subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button. Beside it, you will see a bell notification icon. Please go ahead, click on it to get notified as soon as we update our channel on YouTube. Let's start with the prominent Nigerian who have made up his mind to lead a massive protest. Well, Olusegun Bambuze, Esquire, National Coordinator, Concerned Advocate for Good Governance, CAGG, has vowed to lead a massive protest against President Muhammadu Buhari's government over ethnic clashes and insecurity in the country. Bambuze said that the failure of the President Buhari, the commander-in-chief of the armed forces, to address the nation on these pressing issues across the nation is highly disturbing. The senior lawyer explained that the cordial relationship that has existed between the Yorubas and other ethnic groups, especially the Fulani and the Hausa, for donkey years have now been shattered, and judging it to the recent clashes in Oyo State. But the painful thing about the ugly scenario is that our president has blatantly refused to constructively come up with ways to prevent looming disaster. Bambuza said while addressing a press conference in Abeokuta, according to him, it is very sad that the Yoruba now see the Fulani as enemies and vice versa, adding that this is purely a wrong notion. This conflict is like an ill wind that will blow no one any good. I am very much concerned about the innocent northerners affected by these clashes. I will also commend the governors who come from the north to visit Governor Makinde on the issue of Shasha Market. Dialogue remains the best way to resolve any conflict. No one is in doubt that we have bad eggs among the Fulani herdsmen, but there should be a way to deal with them and spare the innocent ones of the pains they are passing through. After considering this ugly trend, I have decided to inform our president to address the nation or get prepared to order my arrest for leading a peaceful protest. Whether Fulani or Yorubas or even Igbos, we are Nigerians. Lives must be protected at all costs. I won't sit in the comfort of my house and watch Nigerians being turned against themselves. I will soon lead a protest if Buhari won't address this security issue. Enough is enough. The time to act has come, Bambuze, a 2023 presidential hopeful, said. In another news, this is really interesting. In another news, the Senate has also insisted rather that the president declare state of emergency, where the Senate has charged President Muhammadu Buhari to declare state of emergency in insecurity in Nigeria. This was in response to the adoption of students and staff of Government Science Secondary School, Kagara, Niger State. However, the lawmakers adopted the resolution following a motion by the Niger East Senator Mohammed Sani Musa. Speaking, the Senate President Ahmed Lawan lamented the persistent kidnapping of students in the country. It's not in the country, it's in the north. That is why you see people like, God bless you, sir. People like Rotimi Akeredolu, the governor of Ondo State, insisting that they should vacate that forest. If you are privileged, sorry, please let me just quickly chip this in. If you are privileged to see a video that these guys actually uploaded, they were actually comfortable in the bushes, having fun. I'm recording the ordeal of these guys. And if you're proactive, you will know that this is the hiding place. Why not flush out that environment? But no, somebody saying Bala Muhammad, the governor of Bauchi State, is saying that the forest is a no man's land. Therefore, what is that? If you make that place uncomfortable for them, you won't find them there. Have you seen now? It is the same forest that Akeredolu was talking about. It's still the same forest now. These guys are comfortable using in Niger State. No, let's be reactive. Let's not be proactive. Let's continue with the news, please. I just wanted to chip that in very quickly. Well, Lawan said the frequent adoption of students will reverse the gains made in school enrollment over the years in the north. Usually It's difficult to make them to go to school in the north. In fact, they had to give them this quarter, this thing, to encourage them to go to school much more. Although that does not take away the fact that we have some intelligent ones among them, but they can actually count them in percentages. Southern students are far much more than, even you calculate it in percentages anyway. But let's continue anyway. He said parents will no longer yield to persuasion to enroll their wards in school with the level of insecurity plaguing the school, especially the kidnap of school children. Suspected bandit had abducted students. Well, reacting, Buhari had ordered and dispatched security operatives to Mina, Niger State, over the abduction of students in the state. And the president had directed the dispatch army forces and men of the Nigerian police to rescue the student and staff members abducted. Now, okay, quickly let's look at this. How many will you be dispatching? How many are even in these armed forces to talk about? If all of us leave them all in our bushes, and they take refuge in our bushes, like Bodejo, the Mitiala president guy, is talking about, that all bushes, they want to stay in our bushes, and you can't differentiate the good and the bad ones, and they take over our bushes. And Mina is shouting, Oyo is screaming, Abia is shouting, Niger is making all in the same English, the same scenario, the same problem. How many will you dispatch? After a while, even the security forces, they'll be overworked. They'll not be recruiting any kind of hand. No, we don't need that. Let's not be reactive in issues like this. Honestly, I commend Governor Rotimi Akeredolu. That man have my thumb up always on issues of security. The guy is sound upstairs. He's so proactive. Just that, well, compared to Nigerian setting, is proactive, because you shouldn't even wait to this point to start reacting. Look at what is happening now. The Senate is in a hurry. The Senate is in a hurry to declare state of emergency, something that is avoidable. If they have made sure that there's no one residing in the bushes, and they claim they allow ranching to take place in the north, in the north, just give them a secluded area in the north, so that anybody that is in the bush will know who. Some people will say the bushes that is no, actually the bushes, they are no man's land, anybody can occupy it. I could still remember, in every scenario, in fact in all states, if you check that state in 40-50 years ago, 50 years ago, of that particular environment, probably those structures you see now is not what you saw then. A typical example is Cocoa Dome in Ibadan, Oyo State. Some 35 years, 35 years ago, Cocoa Dome was not existing. 39 years ago, Cocoa Dome was not existing in Ibadan. But as at 20 years, 1999, 2000, 2001, 2002, Cocoa Dome became the rave. Even that Bodija estate was really not something to write about, was just there. But go to Bodija now, Bodija estate, I'm not talking about the market now. Even Oyo Monia, Ojo Monia, the same thing. So let's not look at bushes that things evolve. Those land that looks like it's useless now will get useful in 40 years, in 30 years time. So don't call any land no man's land. Don't even call any forest that is nobody's forest. That forest is somebody's community. So don't call it that is nobody's community. Let's not allow these guys get comfortable in our forest.